foods you can eat to help you feel younger. Stay tuned.
We've heard from our listeners that it can be a bit difficult to leave a rating and review for our podcast in iTunes. So here's a painless way to do it.
Go to pleasereviewmypodcast.com/divas for an easy step-by-step tutorial to follow. That's www.pleasereviewmypodcast.com/divas.
Reviewing and rating our podcast in iTunes helps us in so many ways, and more importantly, we get your feedback on what you like about the podcast.
Thanks for being a listener and subscriber and going to pleasereviewmypodcast.com/divas. Well, we all want to look younger, but you can't turn back that clock. But there are some foods you can eat that will preserve you better, shall we say.
Like formaldehyde? I'm well preserved.
Well preserved.
Yeah, I want to feel like I'm 20 again. I'm going to roll back the years. Okay, I know you don't eat meat, but sirloin steak. It's, as you get older, your hair becomes thinner. I just have fine hair to begin with, but I guess I just need to bulk up on some of those. On those sirloin steaks, though you don't have to eat a lot, but it actually produces keratin and the high proteins, which are good for your hair. So,
yeah. Plus, it has a lot of iron. Red meat has a lot of iron in it, which also helps. Yeah. Well, you're right. I don't eat meat, so that's not a great fit for me. But grapes are another good food choice. They are packed with antioxidants, and they destroy the harmful microbes in your body. And they sweep away the waste that causes inflammation. So
sweeps away the waste.
Sweeps away.
Does that mean we can drink wine and that'll also?
Well, you can yes, because that would work. You could just eat the grapes, but you could also drink the grapes.
Have you ever done this? Have you ever put them in the freezer?
I don't usually do.
I've heard,
I've
they're
heard people
delicious.
say that, but I've never.
They're really, really good.
I like other fruits just frozen, like cherries. I'll just eat those out of the freezer.
Question to ask you. Why would anybody buy grapes that have those little seeds in them? What? How could you eat? You know what I'm talking about?
I know. I never do.
Why would people do that?
That's such a disappointment when you buy the seeded grapes and you're like, what?
I can't even eat them. I end up throwing them away because
it's too much work.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that. But try freezing them. They're really good.
Okay.
Freeze them and then take them out and
put them in your wine.
Exactly. It's like instead of ice cubes.
I knew where you were going.
I knew you knew where I was going. So get the red ones and put it in my white wine. And
then you have some antioxidants and a little wine.
Or in our case, a lot of wine. Okay. Off the wine kick, but carrots. I love carrots. And I eat them all. I always have a little bag of those, the little carrots.
The little mini petites.
I love those. And I dip them in hummus. I think that's pretty healthy, but it's the keratin in that as well. It's got antioxidants and things. So carrots is another one, and it also helps ward off the wrinkles. Did you know that?
I did not know
I did not know that, so I'd better go home and eat a whole bag before I go out in the sun again.
More carrots.
It's more carrots. Dip them in hummus.
Well, cashews are also great. I love cashews. They're high in calories, so you'd have to be careful of this, but they have a lot of magnesium, which in addition to calcium can fight bone loss. So, as we start aging, you can start seeing bone loss as early as age 30. So
holy mackerel.
I know, isn't that scary?
And cashews are my favorite nut.
Yeah, but cashews are great because of the magnesium, so they can
Have you ever had cashew butter?
I have.
Oh,
it's delicious.
It's so much better than peanut butter. I mean, I like peanut butter, but
I like almond butter.
Of course, you just like almonds.
I do.
Spread your wings. Try some cashew butter.
Branch out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I love cashews. You can't go wrong with cashews, no matter what you're doing.
No, that's true. As long as they're slightly salted.
Well, did you know that increasingly diabetes is a common condition among women, which is a little scary?
I know, and I have heard that, and that is scary. I mean, you think it's usually just people that are overweight or, poor eating habits, but that it's women in particular. So
yeah. So there are some foods you can eat that will help you fight diabetes.
Well, one of those is an apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's one of my favorite. Yeah, that's what I hear too. So I better eat a whole bunch of apples. But it's got a lot of fiber in it and a lot of vitamin C, which helps to strengthen your immune system. So I love apples, and there are so many kinds of apples out there.
I know. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Honeycrisp. I know they're a little pricier, but I love my
Have you heard of this
apples.
one? It's called opal. It's a new kind of apple. My produce guy, John, has turned Alexis and I onto opal. It's kind of a yellowy gold color.
Really?
It's also rather expensive. But if you go visit my produce guy, John, he
cut me a deal.
Yeah.
It's drop your name.
It's like when he cuts off
for this stuff, John. Do I have to meet him out back?
No, but he does.
Kick him off the dock.
He's the guy that also cuts the bottoms off my asparagus, so I'm not paying for all that crap I don't eat. So, okay.
I don't know what, that's a shady deal. I don't know what's happening up there at that Kroger. That store that shall not be named.
The nameless store with John. Okay, that's my favorite store, what can I say? Okay, well, so much for the apple story.
Sorry, John. John no longer has a job.
John. Oh, that's Kennedy. Was Kennedy, right? Okay, totally. Okay. What else, Leslie?
Well, if you're looking for that quick energy thing, a lot of times you reach for an energy bar. Those have a ton of sugar in them.
Oh, yeah. Those are not.
So you have to be careful. Another way to get an energy boost is lentils are a great energy pick-me-up. So not as easy as an energy bar, but you can, I throw them in soups.
Yeah, soups.
Chilies.
I totally agree with you.
But here's an idea. I found a recipe for like a hummus. So you take the lentils and some walnuts and some olive oil and garlic and some herbs, and you can puree it, and it makes sort of like a hummus kind of dip. And then you could just eat that with some veggies. That's a more fun way to get your lentils.
I like hummus. I could dip my apples in my hummus.
Yeah, I don't
or my
like
carrots.
That so much. Yeah,
my carrots in that hummus. Yeah. Okay, how about this? One of my favorite nuts, beside cashews, is sunflower seeds.
Really?
Yes, I love sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds. They're very high in protein and fiber, and they have a healthy fat. I don't know any fats.
I like them on salads.
That's exactly what I do.
Just eat them.
I get them. I do get them slightly salted, but I put those over all my salads. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while, just you can keep them in your freezer so they stay fresh. Just take a little handful of them, and they're kind of filling, and they're little, and they really are kind of low in fat. I mean, calories.
I keep all my nuts in the freezer so they don't go bad.
Yeah, I keep all my nuts in the freezer too. That includes Gil, my husband.
I got him breathe in there.
He's in that deep freezer out in the garage. No, just kidding. We are just like, what's with us today? Well, it's all these healthy eating things we're doing today.
That's right. It's keeping us sharp.
Well,
or something.
We've already had alcohol, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, eat healthier. Problem solved.
Thanks for listening to the Dollar Saving Divas. If you have ideas for an upcoming episode, we'd love to hear from you. Just head to our Facebook page at facebook.com/DollarSavingDivasCBus and share your comments. Our podcast is available on iTunes, iHeartMedia, or your favorite podcast player. Thanks again for listening.
Circle270media.com.